John Morrison, I have to ask you a question. Do you want to continue your career with the WWE? And the reason I ask you this is because of your, tweets that you post on Twitter. You have some rather harsh words to say about the company that you work for. And don't get me wrong, I can see where you're coming from. A guy with your talent being treated the way that you are definitely warrants a bit of hostility towards the WWE. I will agree with that. However, maybe there's a right and a wrong way to do what you're doing. Maybe you shouldn't post your feelings publicly like you do on Twitter. Maybe you should save those feelings for private conversations that you can have with your friends and family. Because to be quite honest, I'm not so sure if these tweets are part of an angle or if that's just truly how you feel. Part of me wants to feel that, it's all part of a work, that this is leading up to something bigger, something better. But an even bigger part of me has the feeling that this is all true, all real. These are real feelings coming from you. And like I said, I get why you're feeling the way you are. You have the talent, John Morrison. You can do things in the wrestling ring that other people just dream about doing. Your appearance at the 2011 Royal Rumble, that was awesome. You did things in the Royal Rumble match that I have never seen before. Your little feud with Sheamus, I saw some of the best matches that I've ever seen with you and Sheamus. I got to give you props for that, because that, my friend, is what wrestling is all about. You were great as a heel with The Miz, had a great tag team, some nice championship reigns, and your mic work as heel just simply outshines your mic work as a good guy. I'm not so sure why it is that you're able to just pour your heart out more as a heel than you are as a face. Maybe it's just more natural for you to just tell someone off than it is to come out and kiss everyone's ass like John Cena does. But I'm not going to say that the reason you're being treated this way is because of your mic work. I know I may have said that before, but I'm going to retract that previous statement. I'm just going to say this. If you have a problem with the company you work for, you don't publicly address your feelings to everybody that can read them. Let's face it. Sure, your Twitter followers can read anything you put, but guess what? The WWE, they can read them as well. And if you're going to unleash your fury, unleash your feelings about the company you work for, especially if they're negative, if you're going to put them out there publicly for everyone to see, you're going to have to be able to accept the consequences that are given to you. Maybe that's why you're being, quote unquote, buried each night, each week, I should say. Your matches on Raw are short, and they end up with you lying on your back, getting pinned. Don't get me wrong, I'm not so sure why they always choose John Morrison as that guy. I don't understand why John Morrison is always the guy that has to get buried by everybody. I don't get that, because there are plenty other wrestlers on the roster that can fill that spot. It doesn't always have to be John Morrison. I mean, John Morrison has fans too. John Morrison has fans that want to see him get over. He has fans that want to see him get a win every now and then. Am I right? Yeah, I'm right. But why is it that the WWE has to always put John Morrison in the position to get buried? I don't get that. There are a lot of other guys that can just fill in his spot. Am I right or wrong? I know I'm right. There's a lot of talent that we don't even get to see at all, unless you watch Superstars or NXT, which I don't. But why bury the same guys over and over and over again. I don't get that whatsoever, and I'm hoping to one day figure this out. John Morrison, I'm not sure what you did. I'm not sure whose Cheerios you pissed in, but it looks like you made someone rather upset, and in turn you are getting buried each and every week. You never know. This very well could be a work. All these tweets could be part of something bigger, something better. I hope that they are. I hope that maybe you get to the point where you're getting beat week after week, and I hope that maybe one night on Raw you can come out and just go ballistic on the first person you see. I hope you get to the point where you're so tired of getting beat that you just take it out on anyone who gets in your way. I think what needs to happen, sir, is that you need to go back to being a bad guy. You need to go back being the heel. I was talking with John from Beer Money 2K a little while ago. He brought it to my attention about how awesome his mic work was as a heel. Of course, I agreed with him. And maybe this is a path to you becoming a heel. I know you got that new shirt, the Jomosapiens shirt. In fact, it's the picture on the video right now. A lot of times when you see these new t-shirts come out, that's a sign that maybe, just maybe, that wrestler will get a little bit of a push. You know, you push the wrestler to push the t-shirt sales. Maybe that's what's going to happen. I certainly hope. But whether you stay face or whether you go and turn heel, one thing must change. The WWE must stop you from getting buried each and every week, because that's just no way to go out. No way whatsoever. But I hope that if this is part of an angle, like I've said before, I hope that you just unleash a fury that wreaks havoc over the WWE. I hope you do take out a babyface, so that way you do solidify yourself as being a heel in the WWE. That's my opinion, and I'm sticking to it. If you have any questions or comments below, please feel free to share them. This is Gold Dizzy. Peace out.